Hi, it's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and welcome to Bodyful Day 189. And we are starting a series on clothes and the senses. And this is a fun topic because clothes do hit the senses. They can give us good energy in through the senses, and they can be stressors in the senses. And so we're going to talk about how clothes can do both things and help contribute to our energy to heal. All right, before we get started, today we're talking about the sense of hearing. So let's get started with the basics. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and release. We're going to take our second deep breath in. You're going to expand through the belly, expand through the chest, expand through the sinuses, and tuck your tailbone. Take a deep breath in and release. And now I want you to think into the clothes that you're wearing, something we don't usually pay attention to, but breathe into how they feel. Breathe into any place that's a little squished too much, any place that's a little tight too much, any place where the air is flowing and you don't want it to. Take a deep breath in and release. All right, so today seems like the beginning of a really odd series, but it's important in that clothes, the statement, the clothes make the man, the clothes influence the senses. And it's bizarre. It's, when we think about the sense of hearing in clothes, you're like, well, how can hearing and clothes be related? We've all had that squeaky shoe. Those of us who wear higher heels, we like to hear the clump of our high heels on tiles. Or on tile or on wood floors. There's that sensory jazz that comes from that click, 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 click. We have chords that, as you swish back and forth, you can hear the wail on the chords go back and forth. Fancy dresses come with them their own shush as you move. And you have a number of different sensory pieces of information that can be obtained from your clothes that can either boost you up, give you good energy in. So remember, energy to heal equals good energy in minus stressors. They can either boost you up or they can pull you down. I have a pair of walking shoes that has gotten old enough that now I think it's the right foot. I always get it if I am walking without my headphones in. And that is a stressor. But at the same time, how can that patterned sound be a stressor in one situation, yet the sound of heels striking the floor every time you walk can be good energy into some people? It can be negative, it can be a stressor for others. What is important is that you find clothes that sound right to you. In one of the chiropractic groups that I'm in, some chiropractic women were talking about, hey, what do we do? Anybody have a loud bra strap that squeaks every time they move? It's very annoying because as that bra strap squeaks and moves, you are hearing that, and that is distracting you from what you are trying to do. And so coming up with methods to change the sounds of your clothes is an important thing. It's important to figure out how to deaden sounds or enhance sounds. I mean, how many of us at Christmas wear a jingle bell or wear socks with bells on them? That little jingle is something that is energizing. So you need to figure out if the noises that your clothes make are little bits of celebration, good energy in, or if they are stressors. And then you adjust your clothes to make things work. You either, in the case of a squeaky bra strap, you can put a thread around the plastic so that it moves a little bit more easily. In this case of a squeaky shoe, there's not much to do, especially if they're older shoes. You're almost better off getting newer shoes. But if they are shoes that you can get resoled, you can always take them. There are very few cobblers left, but you can always find a cobbler to see if they can take the squeak out of your shoe. Those guys are really talented. It's just that there aren't that many of them left. So you can look at your clothes and say, does the sound of my clothes give me good energy in, or is it a stressor? And you can then tailor or cobble your clothes together in a way that makes them the most energizing for you. What you should not do is wear clothes just because they are fashionable when the sound of them is something that distresses you. The sound of satin swishing back and forth might be cool because it's a bright fuchsia jacket and you like bright fuchsia, but the sound of the satin or the polyester rubbing against itself as you're walking just doesn't give you good energy in. So no matter how good it looks, it's not the best thing for you. So when you look at clothes, when you select clothes for the day, start tomorrow by looking at how do they sound. Again, it's different to think about it that way, and during the summer our clothes don't make as much noise as they do during the winter because we've got layers and we have other things going on. But you could also think about it in terms of jewelry. What type of noise does the jewelry make? Is it noise that you want to hear? Is it noise that sparks little bits of joy in your world? Then keep the jingling, keep the clanging, keep the noise, because it's important to who you are. And the interesting thing about clothes and the healing equation is what is good energy for you might be a stressor for somebody else. And so you always do it based on your energy and based on how you feel about the clothing. But always make sure that you don't wear something just because it's fashionable. Make sure that it is also good energy in, especially today when we're talking about how your clothes sound. All right, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow as we dive more into the sensory experience of clothes and how they can be both good energy in and stressors, and how to find clothes that just always give you good energy in. All right, have a great day. Let's finish it off. Take a deep breath in and release. I'll see you tomorrow.